So our next topic is what? Unit 3, part 2, that is nanomaterials. So as we have discussed just before, what I said, nanomaterials are nothing but the small particles which are in one of the dimensions in nanometer standard. And it deals with this structure of sizes of what? 100 nanometers or the smaller in at least one dimension. Okay, next. The nanotechnology. Why we have to study this nanotechnology? For developing a new materials with the dimensions on nanoscales. Now we are going to see only the nanoscales, and we are going to prepare our materials in nanoscale range only. Okay. Now the materials are reduced to nanoscale can show what different properties compared to what they exhibit on macro scale. Now you understood this point? Yes or no? How we have properties of materials? Silence. How we have properties of these materials in the macro scale, and how they have changed or converted when they have moved to the nano scale. So we have seen 3 examples like copper, aluminium, gold. So when you observe the copper in macro scale, it is not transparent, it is opaque. Okay, it is opaque. But when you convert the copper, or when you change the copper material to the nano materials or the nanoparticles, you can see the transparent property. You can see the transparent property. And second one, you see aluminium, as we have said, the cookers, right? So those are stable in macro scale. Those are stable in macro scale. But when you convert these aluminium materials to the nano scale, what happens? They are like combustible. Okay, they are very like, they catch fire easily. They catch fire easily. And the third one is what? Gold. So the gold, which is generally chemically inert. Where, in which scale it is chemically inert? Macro scale. And is also very stable in the macro scale. But when you convert the gold, or when you move the gold to the nano scale, what happens there? It acts as a catalyst. That means it can easily react with the any other material. Understood, ma? Yes. Now after this we have studied that we have 2 methods to prepare the nano materials. Those 2 are what? One is top down approach and the other one is top down approach and bottom up approach. If you see the top down approach, see bulk materials, as I took the graphite material and I have cut into several parts. So then I have got what? Nanomaterials. So the top down approach, bulk materials cut into smaller particles of nano scale. Okay, next. If you see the bottom up approach, we are going to convert small particles to the nanoparticles, as we have took the atoms or molecules. How the atoms or molecules will be there? Very tiny, right? So now these tiny particles I am going to aggregate or assemble. I am going to aggregate or assemble to form the nanoparticles. So if you see the bottom up approach, the atoms or molecules assemble to get the nanoparticles. Next. Pause. Yes. So we have studied what is top down and bottom up, right? Now we have a process to prepare a nanoparticles or materials by using a sol gel process, and this sol gel process will come under bottom up approach. What? Bottom up approach. Bottom up approach means what? The atoms or molecules are aggregating together to form a nanoparticle. Now this sol gel method is under which type? Bottom up approach. So what I said, I am taking a beaker and it is filled with the water. A suitable solvent, that is water. And I am going to add now metal alkoxide. So when I add metal alkoxide and water, we have discussed these reactions before only, right? So I am just explaining. So the metal alkoxide and the water, when those two are reacted, you will be getting a product as MOH and ROH. MOH and ROH. So whatever the MOH you are getting here, it is a sol. It is a sol and a colloidal solution. So in second step, what I am doing, whatever the product sol I am having, I am going to react with the unreacted metal alkoxide. Unreacted metal alkoxide. So in second step, if you observe, the metal hydroxide and it is reacting with the metal alkoxide, you will be getting gel. You will be getting gel. Okay. In first step, when water and metal alkoxide are reacted, there you will be seeing the take placing of hydroxyl reaction. Hydrolysis reaction. In second step, when the metal hydroxide and metal alkoxide are reacted, you will be seeing condensation reaction. You will be seeing condensation reaction. So in first step you will be getting this sol and second step you will be getting gel. Okay. Mainly the sol gel process is used to prepare the oxide nanoparticles or the materials. What? Oxide nanoparticles or the materials. Now see. Generally the gel solidifies and the small particles gather. Here what I am saying, small particles are gathered to form large particles. That is nothing but my bottom approach, right? Yes or no? In bottom up approach, what we are doing? Bottom up. That means small particles are going to form a nanoparticles. So same thing, the small particles gather to form a large particles. This process of gathering you will be calling as a coalescing. Okay. Now, what I said, I am taking a filter like funnel to filter my gel. So I am going to filter the gel and dry. And also I am going to heat also. Why I am going to heat? If any unreacted metal hydroxide is present, it is removed by vaporization. Okay. So see here, the unreacted surface attached MOH is removed during the heated process. And finally, in salt gel method, what happens? Nanoparticles of equal sizes are prepared. Easy.